Hey everyone, this is Here to On My 2011. Welcome back to, apparently the Whirlwind, as I forgot my controls and I'm getting destroyed by this enemy. Welcome back to more Let's Play Klonoa Door to Phantomile for Wii. In the last episode, we discovered about the songstress Lefise, and she was captured by a man named Gaudius, which, oh god, I love Gaudius. Not just his design, not just his voice, but, oh man, I love Gaudius so much. He's one of my favorite villains. Just in terms of, like, how, like, menacing he is. And, well, we have to, go to the kingdom of, Forlock. I almost forgot the name. Forlock's the only kingdom that I can't remember its name off of memory for some reason. I don't know why. But, yeah, we're going to the second kingdom. We're pretty much, going through the game pretty damn quickly, if you ask me. But, yeah, so we're going through Forlock right now, and things seem a bit flooded, don't they? In any case, I guess one thing I wanted to say is that in the last episode, I mentioned the fact that I completely hate the fact that they changed Joker's name in the English. Wow, they already got me doing it. I completely hate the fact that his name is Joker in this version, not Joka. And I understand it's because Joker is literally a, wow, I'm getting tongue-tied just saying that. I understand that Joker is the translated version of how you say Joka. And everything wasn't translated in the original, it was just hard translated like you'd hear something in the early 90s be from Japan. But, yeah, I just don't agree with the name change is all. Well, another subtle name change also is the fact that Hupo in the original was actually pronounced, he was spelled Hupao. Originally his name was supposed to be spelt the same way that it sounded, just Hupao with the W at the end. In the remake, this is changed to Hupo. For what reason, I don't know. I guess it's just easier to pronounce or something. This is something I mentioned before that we kind of saw a bit in Breezegale, going into the Z-axis by means of just jumping onto a different platform. Klonoa, again, he is still a 2D, a 2.5D side-scroller, but... Oh, crap. Okay, I almost got hit by that thing. He is still a 2.5D side-scroller, do not get that wrong. But there are points where you jump into the Z-axis and change planes, which is something that he's not only known for, but it's something that was really unique at the time because everything was sprites. Now, one thing I also want to mention too, as you saw at the beginning of the game, and we need a key. One thing that I want to mention too, as you saw at the beginning of this part that I activated by accident, is that you may notice that I did something along the lines of, well, once I get rid of this enemy, you may notice that I did something along the lines of this. This is new to the remake. It's called the Whirlwind attack. If you were ever having trouble placing an enemy or getting something ready to line up for a puzzle, basically, this is your saving grace, because this thing, and where the hell is the key, now that I think about it? Or do I have it? No, I don't. Okay, that's weird. I don't remember where the key is, honestly. Yeah, excuse me for a minute. Again, like me not remembering stuff from this game is actually tripping me up now, because I don't remember where to find the key. But, in any case, the Whirlwind is added into this game, so if you're having any trouble with the, Oh,
you! Why you here in Forest? Who you be, intruders?
Whoa, wait a minute!
I'm Klonoa from Wind Village.
And my name is Hupo.
And I'm Javert.
Grandpa told us to go talk to the chiefess, and we're on our way to see her.
Sorry. Lately, strangers lurk in the forest. Strangers in the forest? Doors with picture of key. Need key. This key, you use.
So that's how it works. Thank you.
But one key, open one door. Do not forget. Okay, got it. Then bid you farewell. Chinchkupa!
okay, so I forgot that we get that key via cutscene. Again, sorry about that. Yeah, I can't say that enough, that I haven't played this game in a while, and it shows. But yeah, the Whirlwind attack's something new added into this game, just in case, if you're ever having trouble with a puzzle and you need to line up enemies for it, well, there you go. In any case, something I wanted to bring up too, with Joker. Oh, I'm just gonna call him Joka the whole time. Something I wanted to bring up with Joka is the fact that his English voice is actually Dave Mallow. You guys may know him as Akuma from Street Fighter. Yes, that Akuma. Surprising, right? They got him of all people to be the side villain. Well, if anything, his voice does fit Joka, but ow. Okay, I actually forgot what this thing does. So in any case, one thing that's also kind of cool about, oh no. Well, that's the first time I've seen a leaf be the end of me. Well, something to point out about checkpoints. Checkpoints are unique in Klonoa in the sense that they don't just restore where you were when you died. They also restore all the progress that you made when you died. So let's say you collected all those dream stones and then got the checkpoint. All those will be saved when you die and reload the checkpoint. In any case, a bit of a history of this game since we're going through Forlock, which seems to be in disarray at this point. Oh, there's the key. Something about not Forlock, jeez. Something about this game too. This game was released in response to try to get popularity in Klonoa back, because the games, well, we only got 4 games here in the US, there was a total of, I believe, 7 games that came out in Japan. Well, I think we got 4 games. I might be wrong. I think we got Beach Volleyball too. There was Klonoa on the PS1. There was Moonlight Museum, a game for the Wonder Swan that the US never got because the console was a piece of shit. There is Klonoa 2 for the PS2, which is also one of the first PS2 games I ever played, and the reason why I wanted to get a PS2 in the first place because I played the demo when the PS2 was first coming out over in Manhattan. And we also got Klonoa Empire Dreams for the Game Boy Advance and Klonoa 2 Dream Champ Tournament for the Game Boy Advance. So the games that we didn't. And then there's one more game, sorry for being tongue-tied again. There's one more game that we didn't get called Klonoa Heroes, which was an RPG featuring Klonoa, and apparently it retcons a lot of things because it takes place in an alternate continuity, which I won't get into because that's actually a spoiler for what happens at the end of this game. So, we only got Klonoa 1, we only got Klonoa 1, Empire Dreams, and Dream Champ Tournament and Klonoa 2, and I think Beach Volleyball. After that, we did not get any other games, and the rest of them are in Japan, and you can see why basically it's a dwindling fan base, because not only did the remake not sell well, they didn't advertise it at all. So despite them trying to revive the series, it ended up dying again. But we have someone to talk to over here.
Oh, are you two trying to cross here too? Yes, if that's okay. Unfortunately, the fairy tree has withered, and there's no way to get across. I guess we can't go any further. Thanks for telling us. Who are you anyway? I am a royal soldier from Jugpot, the Water Kingdom. I was on my way to see the chiefess of Forlock, on official business for the kingdom. Wait a minute, are you saying something happened in Jugpot too? No, I didn't say anything like that. Oh, I get it. It's something so bad you can't talk about it. I just thought that with all her knowledge, the chiefess might be able to do something to restore the king. What's wrong with the king? The king is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong at all. This place is dangerous for children. You should go home. This sounds suspicious. I wonder if Gaudius and Joker are involved. Well, we can't go any further here. Do you want to try going to Jugpot?
Sure, let's go.
Now, something interesting about that guy, the Royal Guard of Jugpot, I really do like the English voices for the most part in this game, because they do nail how the Phantomile voice actors, well, they're Japanese, but they're speaking gibberish, but they really nail how the original voice actors sounded the characters, because I'm going to play a clip of it now, but the Jugpot Guard in Phantomile is freaking adorable.
Shubu, Pipa Hippe Pope? Shubu, Papa Shui.
But in any case, there's something about Klonoa that I want to bring up also, but I'll wait till we start the next act for that, because there's a complaint I have with the remake, how they handled Klonoa. Again, it's because they try to change some of his character to broaden the horizons for a wider audience for this game, but it doesn't work. Oh, I apparently missed someone. Well, I have to go through that stage again anyway, so yeah, I will be right back and show you where I missed that one guy.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
You know, in hindsight, I have no idea how I missed this guy. He was kind of staring me in the face. But again, this is what happens when you don't play this game in a long time. So I'll meet you guys in the next act.
Venus!
Come on, let's go.
And we've arrived in not Forlock, but in Jugpot. Yeah, so kind of the structure of this the second act is weird. How we're kind of just going to another world instead of going to where we initially were supposed to go. You can get a glimpse of what Jugpot's supposed to look like at first too, and it's kind of funny how Jugpot, it's the only kingdom in the game that only gets one act for itself, and Forlock gets 3 acts. Technically 4. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute.
Look at that.
The water's flowing backwards. I get it now. This is why no water is flowing into Forlock Forest and the trees are all withering. Come on, we have to get to the castle.
Right.
So yeah, even though we're only seeing the upside down waterfall here, I don't think I've gushed about it before, but especially with the Wii remake, Klonoa 1 is a very, very pretty game. I still think 2 is a prettier game, even though it was a launch title for the PS1, but yeah, Klonoa 1 is a really pretty game, especially with the remake. Jugpot's one of my favorite kingdoms just because of this upside down waterfall alone. And yeah, that's kind of a weird reason to like a level, but just look at it, it's so freaking pretty! And we haven't even gotten to the best part of it yet. But it does sadden me too at the same time because, well, like I said, Jugpot's only 1 chapter. Well, 1 zone, I mean. And Forlock gets, like, basically 4 things to itself. Because we were just in Forlock, even though Forlock was withering away and kind of wasn't on par with how it's supposed to look. And by the way, if you let this Moo go without capturing it, it commits suicide. Kind of dark, right? So, in any case, it's that plus after we get to, I gotta wait for the thing to come back. After we get to chapter 3, because we're in chapter 2 right now, we go back to Forlock, and Forlock is going to be revived, and then we spend basically that entire chapter in Forlock, and then after that, it's the first half of chapter 4 is in Forlock again. And it's like, I'm sorry, it's like, as much as you want me to save the rainforest, I don't like Forlock that much. Forlock isn't really that interesting. outside of its inhabitants that will look like prime versions of Chrono from Chrono Trigger. But a cool thing about these enemies too, these little manta ray things coming in and out, you can actually grab them from both the inside and the outside planes. And I also like how each time you rescue one of the inhabitants of, yeah, sometimes the enemies can go into doors and all that, which is actually really cool as well. But one thing that's interesting too is that well, every time you save one of the inhabitants, their icon shows up, showing that, like, you know, you save them, and it shows the icon of that kingdom. I like how every area has its own icon. You know, it gives the game more life, if you know what I mean. Oh, just fly away from me, why don't you? This is kind of cool too, how this first level was shown off when they were showing the Klonoa 1 remake. And what's interesting about it as well is the fact that this was not the outfit that Klonoa had for when they showed the remake, and I'm gonna just have to say screw that 5 gems, because I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oh, well, I got it, but too late. Well, it's not like you have to worry about Dreamstones in this game. It's 2 that you really have to worry about them. But in any case, this level was the one that was shown off when they were showing off Klonoa's remake. And this wasn't the outfit that Klonoa was wearing. He was actually wearing his outfit from 2, which I won't show because it will actually be in the extras. But at first I thought it's because they were retconning everything and just having Klonoa's outfit from 2 be his design in general. And I'm kind of glad it isn't, because I do love Klonoa's outfit from 2, but I do like how basically in every game he has a different outfit, giving it kind of a sense of, I don't know, like a little, like, nice sense that of progression and all that. But we're inside this giant pot, which is apparently bigger than it was on the inside. So we go over here, and we have a little mini puzzle. Don't worry, these things get a lot more complex later, especially in World 6. God, I'm curious how many times I'm actually going to mess up when we go to World 6. Well, I didn't mess up the puzzle, but I almost messed up getting back. But, yeah, something I want to mention about Klonoa in this game. They changed his personality in this game for the most part because, yeah, he's just like a 10-year-old kid. He's not really a developed character until 2. But, yeah, he has some development in the first game. And that's taken out of this because he's basically suffering from Ocarina of Time Link Syndrome, where he's basically just a piece of wood. He doesn't have his own opinions or anything. He basically, well, he does, just not really until the end of the game. And I think that's bad that they took out his personality, because he's not really a likable character in this game, because you can't really relate to him as much as you can in the first one. Yeah, in the first one, he was more so just an animal, like more of an animal, and they gave him more of a human personality later on. But you can't really relate to Klonoa in this game because he doesn't really have personality outside of just agreeing with everyone or just asking questions. It's kind of like Snake in the first Metal Gear game, how you can't really relate to Snake because, well, he doesn't really have a personality outside of asking questions. It's not till Metal Gear Solid 2 where Snake isn't a protagonist anymore that he actually has a personality, and I find that really weird. With that being said, too, and thank God I got all of them, I was going to be worried, just like, oh no, I already missed characters in the last one. So with that being said, yeah, his personality is in 2 and Empire Dreams is better, but I don't like how in the remake they basically made him a piece of wood. If you guys are also questioning, am I going to show off the original game in like the bonus video and whatever? Yes, I am. Just not all of it. Just mostly the stuff that they changed and all that. And, whoa. Okay, this Moo had it in for me, apparently. To get this next checkpoint, and maybe it's just because I was kind of fapping around at first, but this level is surprisingly long. By the way, those enemies I was jumping over, they're the only enemies in the entire game that there's absolutely no way to get rid of them. Think of them as the Gordos from Kirby, and wow, did I really miss my chance to get those? Why am I worried about those? I don't have to worry about collecting them yet, but I think we're at the end of the level now, so.
I hear someone crying. Somebody save me. Could you please flip that switch for me? Oh, thank you so much. I'd never have gotten out without your help. probably been brainwashed or something.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, thank you. Please get on my back. I can take you into the castle. My name is Klonoa. Thank you for helping me.
I'm Klonoa from Wind Village.
And I'm Hugo. Okay, here we go. The castle is completely empty. What do you suppose could have happened?
Who goes there?
Who are you?
I am Cedar, the king of this castle. I see. So you are the brats Lord Gaudius spoke of.
Gaudius!
I knew he was involved in this somehow.
It's time for the two of you to disappear. Pamela! Prepare yourself, brats.
You know, before when I said that I haven't gushed enough about this game's soundtrack yet. Yeah, it's prevalent with this song too. I love the soundtrack for this game. I just love the soundtrack for the Klonoa games in general. But yeah, this boss fight's actually pretty easy. You just have to avoid them, and you can use the whirlwind if you need to slow down the boss. Personally, I don't do that because, like I said, most of the bosses in the game are pretty easy, and I messed that up. Okay, excuse me. Oh, never mind. Okay, so you contrary to popular belief, you don't have to pick him off the spike balls. You can just wait for him to get off the spike balls. But the bosses do get a bit more challenging. But like I said, just like Kirby games, the game overall is pretty easy. It's just only if you're going for everything in the game, and with the extra stuff in the game, does the game get very challenging. I think Klonoa 2 overall is the hardest game in the series, especially with the extras in that game. But yeah, not hard by that much. In any case, Corral is also voiced by Wendy Lee, I was gonna mention, and I noticed it right away because I noticed that she sounded like Konata from Lucky Star. And yeah, it's like, I like Wendy Lee, it's just, you know, this is one of the cases where it's like, yeah, be prepared because you're gonna hear her everywhere, and I really should have jumped. Okay, that was my bad. Oops! Get wrecked, Seedolf! Okay, so, my bad, I had a burp there too, excuse me. So, not really much to say about this boss, other than, I'm kind of sad you only get to see Jugpot for literally only one level, but overall, Jugpot's one of my favorite levels in the game, and you guys are going to see what my absolute favorite level in the game is, although I kind of hate going there.
How can you call yourself the king of Jugpot when you let yourself be defeated by little children? Pointless, worthless, useless, hopeless! What? I won't forget this!
What happened to me? I see. So I was being controlled by that evil man, Gaudius. I don't know who he is, but he definitely seems to be plotting something against the Moon Kingdom. Which means the chiefess of Vorlock Forest is in grave danger. She's known for her knowledge of ancient lore. I'm sure she must also know a great deal about the Moon Kingdom.
Oh no! We have to go back to Vorlock Forest!
Right, let's go!
Hmm. restore the flow of water quickly. That should help revive the withering trees. Corral! Corral will take you to the forest.